One time for my LA sisters. One time for my LA. No, no, no. Hold on. Wait a minute. No. Just play. No, just play this shit.
Please, turn that music off. Me and Wallow put on for the city. And this how you treat us, y'all outside. Can rip the door out, shot at the police and all that. Get the out. All of y'all get the out. That's what type of respect y'all get us. All the we do. Get the out this joint.
Hold up. Now, the reason I'm playing that is because I'm actually going to get right into it. Fuck the introduction. Fuck all that shit. I'm going to get into unpopular opinions. Woo, it's been a minute. Now, like I said, I got to hold myself accountable. I should have done it last week, but I'm doing it now. So please forgive me. Feel me? Got to stay consistent. Things, you know what I mean? Got to be straightforward. So, getting right into it. First thing, from hearing that clip from Gilly, the hood don't love you. I know we say it a lot. I even say it a lot jokingly. But the hood don't love you. The reason I say that is because a lot of people do say, yo, the hood love me. Yo, where I'm from, they love me. Da, 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 da. Nah, they don't. You see what happened in that clip was there was a boxing match that they arranged. Him and Wallow. I think they arranged it in Delaware. And they had like celebrities and all that, or B-listers and whatever, trying to get a match. And rumor has it that there was a lot of shenanigans going on in the situation. And people were acting up. Gilly and Wallow are known to try to give back to the community and everything like that. Or even trying to bring revenue to their hood, their city, like Philly, the surrounding areas and everything like that. I think, like I said, the event was in Delaware. And people was wilding. So they tried to do something to where they bring that to the neighborhood. But the neighborhood is always going to act up. No matter where you come from, what kind of situation you was in, it's always like that. Even when you try to show them so much love, so much care, so much embracing, like a lot of times it kind of kicks back on you. Plenty of people in history have done that. They try to give back to their community, which some people succeed in. Some people are very venerated for those actions that they've done. But a lot of them suffer the consequences of doing that. And this is a light version of it. People are acting up. There was rumors that people were shooting outside or whatever the case is. Some people say it's true. Some people it's not. Other people were saying that people couldn't get in because the tickets were oversold, all this type of stuff. But it all comes with all those shenanigans or all those, and I keep saying shenanigans, I do not know why, but all the ruckus, all the craziness, even when you're trying to do an event to bring revenue to the city, even though this was probably Delaware, but you're trying to bring revenue around the city that you are from, these things happen. And there's nobody to blame but both parties, actually. One thinks that, you know what I'm saying, you can give back without any repercussions, which shout out to them because they try so much to try to give back and everything, especially Wallow. Wallow does it for his own community. He does it for a lot of people. The crazy part is the amount of love that Wallow shows. As you've seen time and time again, people just don't listen. You got Little Durk that he went out and had this whole thing with a whole bunch of people from Little Durk's little clique, whatever the case is, in one little booth. And he was talking to him. Wallow was talking truth and facts to him. You think they listen? Where's Little Durk now? My man is in jail. I think he's in the feds. Same thing with Young Doug. Wallow and Gilly went out there. They did a whole interview. They did a whole podcast, whatever the case is. Wallow was giving them truth to all the youngins, all the people that was out there. They didn't listen. And look what happened. You got to understand that everywhere you go, a lot of times in your own community, in your hood, you probably won't get the same love that you think that you want to give back. And it's unfortunate. That's why a lot of times people want to get out. People want to stray out and explore life because we get caught up in situations like this, where once you make it, you consider Hollywood. So already you consider Hollywood because of X, Y, and Z. Because he did his thing, never paid homage to the city. And trust me, I've done my part in my city too. I just never talk about it because I feel like voluntary work should never be talked about. It should never be recognized, especially as a Christian, as a man of belief and faith. Like a lot of times I do things, and I'm not saying, yo, please give me homage, because I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is a lot of times when you do this type of voluntary work or you get back to the city, it is never enough. You have to basically walk them and have the other 600 billion people that was on your side in one time of your life because you resided there to be in the same position that you are. The issue is they don't have the same drive. They don't have the same characteristics that you do. They don't have the same work ethic that you do. So a lot of times you can't take them with you. And this is where everything gets fucked up, where people think that they deserve your work ethic, your hard earned bread, money, career, success, all this type of stuff because they stood with you at one point in time. So a lot of people rely on that. So when you make it all the way to wherever you make it, and then they're like, damn, my man's did his thing. You know what I'm saying? But now he's disappeared. Like he left us, he forgot, da da da. Like then you get looked at as a target after that. So when you go back to where you come from and you try to work, it always almost, I don't want to say always, some of the times, majority of times, in between that type of line, 40, 50%, a lot of times you're going to get met with detractors. You're going to get met with things that you're not expecting from the love that you're giving back. Because the love that you're supposed to show, you're supposed to bring them to that same level. Issue is a lot of people don't realize that some people just can't walk with you. They don't have that same understanding. So going back to the point, Gilly and Wallow put out for their city like a motherfucker. And this is exactly what happens. Wallow gives advice in podcasts, gems that the hood should grab and notice. You think the hood listens? No. What's even worse is that some of the people that are in those interviews with those artists are family. And even worse is that that family won't deter that same person like Little Durk or Young Thug away from, yo, my man, you making hella bread. You shouldn't be doing this. And Wallow, out of nowhere, he don't know none of these motherfuckers and they don't deserve none of that advice. He's still giving it to them. But that's what happens when you have a heart of gold. You kind of be naive towards the circumstances. Like, yo, you want to pay homage to your previous circumstances because that's where you came from. That's where you developed your character and everything like that. Issue is these things happen. And within those issues, a lot of times it's family too that comes with these situations. Most of the time, family's the one that's like, yo, you the one that went up there. Yo, you the one that made it. Yo, you got to put us all on. Issue is, like I said previously, I'm not going back to what I said. Bro, everybody got their own path. Hey, not everybody could be successful. Not everybody can have the bread, like, you feel me? And this is where people get fucked up, especially in the hood. Again and repeated to you, the hood don't love you. And this involves family too. I have another example that I found on IG from another famous person. This time it's the infamous Clarissa Shields. Now she's involved in some other shit. We'll probably talk about that shit later on some different shit. But this is about family too. Look, I'm gonna put it on. Hold on.
More fame and more money than you ever have in your life. How's your family dealing with that?
You know, sadly, I have, and it's not just from family and close, but it's close friends who I grew up with. Some people I never thought I'd be living my life without. Listen, I done bought every last one of my siblings a car.
Really?
Bought my mama a house, my mama 2 cars, my daddy a car, help him with his bills. help mama with her bills, help my sister take care of her 3 kids. Her 3 kids live with me. I go there, sit with the teachers, go to teacher conferences. I do all this stuff, and it seemed like the more you do, the more that they don't like you.
Right.
I overlooked how much my sister, started disliking me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I never done nothing to her. I don't want to get emotional, you know what I'm saying? But me and my sister got the same mama and same daddy, and we grew up together. And, she just, you work so hard to make all this money and to have a good life for yourself. And then the people who you want to share it with, they just change on you. And it's hurtful because people say it's lonely at the top, but damn, this lonely, you know what I'm saying? People shouldn't feel like because I work my butt off that they deserve my money and they deserve my time and they deserve to tell me who I can and can't hang around and they can be so entitled. Family shouldn't be like that. Now all of a sudden, I'm the bad person, but I wasn't a bad person when I was doing backflips for you. I didn't have no boundaries. You can talk to me how you want to talk to me. You can trigger me. You can make me cry. You can mess up fights. You can do all this stuff. Soon as I tell you no to something, I can buy you a car, put you in a house, pay all your bills.
It ain't enough.
People don't want what you give them. They want what you have.
Say that again.
People don't want what you give them. They want what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And that there you can't have. You can't have what I done worked hard for.
People don't want what you give them. They want what you have. I don't even gotta say no more on that fucking subject. That shit was a bar in itself, bruh. Ooh, yo, if they put that in a fucking song, that shit gonna be inspirational as fuck, though. But in Unpopular Opinion, and I think those two clips support it, the hood don't love you, dogs. Sometimes even family. You feel me? Unfortunately, some people go through that. Moving on. Another unpopular opinion that I have is that all humans are selfish. Now, that's self-explanatory in itself. And the reason I say that is because people have their own lives to live. People have their own agenda. They was born for a purpose. Cool. But imagine going through life and seeing somebody struggle and seeing somebody having less than you do or going through a pain that you can add some help to. And people decide to just put their life in front of them. That is regular human being shit. And human beings are selfish as fuck. And to be honest, it's kind of okay and it's kind of not. Kind of okay-ish in the sense of its definition. It's okay, we have our own lives to live. Cool. But if you see somebody struggling, you see somebody needing food, if somebody asks you for food in front of you and tells you, yo, I'm hungry, can you give me something to eat? Bro, you better stop and be like, yo, if you got the bread and you well off, bro, you better, like I said, stop. Motherfucking go to the shop and be like, yo, let me get whatever the fuck you want. I'm not giving you money because the money you'll probably take for vices or certain things. I don't know you. But if you hungry, go and get a deli sandwich or something. I've seen too many people pass by. Now, there are a lot of people that are taking advantage of people and doing scams with homeless people outside. Like, I've seen that. And this is why now the approach that I have is, if you're going to ask me for food, ask me for food. I'm cool with that. But if it's for money, there has to be a super legit reason. And it has to be confirmed in front of me before I can give you the bread. If not, bro, I got to keep it moving. And then again, see how that sentence sounded? Because I have to think about all those circumstances. Because still, the selfishness is in me. It's telling me, yo, just keep it moving. I got my own shit to do. But I don't know what you're going through. So, but if you ask me for something that's in need, in dire need, like food is an essential, stop. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because the holiday season, a lot of people are struggling. We are exchanging gifts. We are buying. We are outside in the malls, online, all this shit, exchanging shit, materialistic things. And some people don't even have the opportunity to get that. So we need to stop being selfish. If somebody is going through something, yo, lend a hand. Bro, you went through those things before. If you haven't gone through those things before, be thankful you haven't gone through those things. Thank the Lord or whatever you believe in. That you're not going through cold nights outside, 20-degree weather, in a coat, sleeping in like a NJ Transit, or excuse me, like the NJ Transit buses, like booths and shit. I've seen people go through that. So people are selfish. And the reason I'm saying people are selfish because it's facts. Everybody has their own life to live. They have to rush to work. They have to make it to work. They have to pick up their kids. Fuck that. Me, working for a car insurance company, I say this shit all the time. Everybody is rushing to work. This, that, and the fourth. Nobody believes that they're at fault because they made a turn. Nobody believes, oh, this person shouldn't have been there. You don't, working for, and then, you know what's crazy? I might make a whole separate thread or topic on car insurance things because that's a whole animal. And it shows the ugly side of people. But then again, going back to the situation, people be like, yo, I never did shit. I need this done. I need that done. You know, and not regarding the other person that was injured or this or that or whatever the case happened to them. They're more worried about the car, the materialistic thing, selfishness. This is what we developed the whole millennia, years. We need to get out of that. Seriously. And I'm taking these pauses because I'm thinking about, like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck do people operate like that? I think it's my walk with Christianity, learning a lot of things where Jesus was unselfish with a lot of things, plenty of things. I think his whole life was unselfish in a part of giving and forgiving people without them deserving anything. So walking through these steps, through those same steps that he's given us, you see the outside, what they do. And you see the selfishness. So please, this holiday season, Christmas ain't passed yet, New Year's ain't passed yet. Don't be selfish. If somebody's in need, help them. And that is my unpopular opinion on that one. People are selfish. Please break out of it. Moving on to another spicy topic. This is more spicy. Unpopular opinion from me. Most women should stop thinking that traditional values can still work. And this is crazy that I'm saying this. And the reason I'm saying that traditional values don't work at this standpoint, I've seen people do it, but it's rare. But traditional values will work for a couple reasons. One, inflation. Back then in the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, the dollar could get you a lot. And the economy was way different. You could get a fucking house for $48 back then, dogs, and a fucking trinket. People used to buy, the Indians bought Manhattan for like 3 trinkets and $3 and shit like that. Back then, in being realistic, back in the 40s, 50s, everybody was buying houses. You think now that we're overpopulated, that there's eggs is now $12. Well, I think 3. It was $12 at one point. 3 or 4. I ain't never seen eggs that high. So imagine a man having to provide 100% of the bills. When I say 100%, rent, electricity, water, everything, right? For their woman to stay at home. Now, what value does that bring to the man? The man provides for the house. Yes, of course, I get that part. And sometimes I agree with that 100% zero argument in certain situations. But in the general situation, the current state that we're in, bro, inflation alone doesn't let you do all that shit. That means that the man already with pressures of society, the pressures of everything, would have to deal with all monetary issues. The only reason I'm saying that it might be excusable for the 100-0 argument is that the lady actually is being a housewife to the core. And I'm not saying they have to be a housewife, they don't leave the house type of shit. But they take care of the kids and the house duties and everything like that. Just like how back then was. But the issue with back then, I said, when people did that housewife work, they didn't have a life to live. So let's say the man cheated or stepped out or something happened to the man. They both broke down. So it wasn't only that the man went through hard struggle, the whole family went through hard struggle because the man that was supposed to provide all the bread, something happened. So a lot of times I agree with the 50-50 part because both parties can bring a relationship together with growth in money, growth in careers, growth in everything. And with the 50-50, you could split that even with fucking chores and shit. Little things. And it could be evenly distributed as long as you have communication and understanding with your partner. Again, let me repeat it to you because y'all motherfuckers don't understand sometimes. Communication and understanding with your partner. Because 50-50 works amazing when those two things happen. Because one can grab this, one can grab that, and they could still grow. So, God forbid, if nothing works out, they still have their own lives to live. And they can make out well. Single. So, it's I don't know why people are so against the 50-50. Like, it builds both the man and woman. And I'm assuming that the man's not gonna put like all the house chores to the woman. I think it's unfair for that. I feel like if it's 50-50, split everything down the middle. Not only finances, everything else. And you could tweak little things here and there, whatever the case is. But I think it not only builds the man, it builds the woman as well. So if something happens to the woman and the man can hold it down, and something happens to the man, the woman can hold it down. A lot of people are disillusioned of the fact of, okay, let me get this 100-0 person to cover all my shit, and what do I bring to the table? When you run into somebody that's 100-0, ask them, the first thing to ask them is, yo, what do you bring to the table for you to deserve the 100-0 treatment? Ask them that. And I promise you it's some stupid shit. Or they're gonna say, "Oh, back then, it's the role that people play and the gender roles." I still have that gender role part in my notes that I got to do an episode on about gender roles. But yeah, the man should be a provider, the woman should be a caretaker, and this, that, and the fourth. Yes, I can understand if money wasn't the issue in this today's society, but we're not living in the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yes, we're getting money. We're out here thriving. But doesn't mean shit don't get more expensive. So a lot of times, a lot of people can't afford or can't maneuver around 100-0. So a lot of times 50-50 has to work. And that's where communication and understanding happens. But let's say, for example, and rare example, is if you got everything. And 100-0 applies, and you like, yo, I want to be the provider. I want to make sure my girl don't pay nothing. She has to bring the balance to the table. Because she doesn't bring the balance to the table, you could be considered like what the internet calls a simp. Somebody just taking care of somebody. Because if they don't bring you that value, then you're just taking care of somebody. So it's tricky with 100-0. It's tricky with being a provider 100% of the time. Your wife has to hold you down on the other side when you're done being the provider role. When people take off that role but being the provider and just want to chill, the woman would have to step up to that plate. So, in a sense, it doesn't work in this society most of the time. Being realistic, looking at the numbers, looking at what I make or other people make, yo, bro, it doesn't make sense. Especially monetarily. Monetarily, bro, like you gotta be outside. You feel me? Outside, yo, unlimited everything in your pockets, everything. For you to want to have to provide everything for your family. Now, the issue is the woman or a partner or whoever will have to provide value in order for it to work. And a lot of times it's just illusion that doesn't make it work. So that's my opinion on that part. 50-50 works great in most communications, but the whole provider thing, the man being a provider of everything, this and the fourth, and I take care of your kids, it's a very, very seesaw type of thing where it can get very tricky. It could be easily manipulated. So, my unpopular opinion, 50-50 works. I'm sorry. Forgive me if that hurts your feelings or whatever the case is. I do have debates on those type of topics sometimes in real life. And some people give me real life reasons. A lot of people don't have those reasons. A lot of people just think that the gender roles should apply and it doesn't matter what the other person does. That they deserve it. People are super, what's the word? Privileged. They want to be privileged so fucking bad and not work out here. I mean, get your ass up and get this money, bro. Like, stop fucking playing. Stop being privileged. Build yourself. Be a king or queen. Put your crown up, dogs. I'm going to play something that kind of supports that. Kind of shows you the actual disillusion sometimes. Hold on. Give me a second.
Relationship and your ideology of money, is that working for you? Anybody?
Single over here. I'm single.
Oh, exactly.
I'm suffering by myself.
Right.
I'm trying to build myself up.
Right.
Why would I bring another man into that?
Because I'm going to take 50% of your suffering off your head. I'm going to take 50% of the bills off your back. I'm going to take 50% of the bills and the goddamn hard. Hold on, we got somebody triggered over there. Go ahead.
Make less. How does that work? Please make the math. If you make substantially less than me, how the fuck does that work?
Right.
Because you said if I had to go 50, I'd rather just be alone.
Right.
Because if I can't ask.
Yeah, that shit don't make no sense either. Hey, girl, man, I'm struggling to pay $2,000. Somebody offers $1,000. I want to struggle alone. Girl, man, $2,000 in debt. He got $1,000. I never mind. Girl, man, they about to put me out of the motherfucking apartment. He got hair. I don't want it. Girl, man. That ugly money.
God, I'm a woman.
Yo, shout out to Ugly Money Podcast. That should be funny as hell. But like, you see here, like a lot of people rather be by themselves than do a 50-50 because they don't want to do the 50-50. They want somebody to take care of them. And you notice in most of those podcasts, they don't bring the value or have valid reasoning. Whether you're talking about our Let's Pop the Balloon, all the other Pop the Balloons, all the podcasts that you hear like all over about love and relationships and all that shit. Yo, 95% of them don't have a valid reason why they should be 100-0 and they should be the caretaker instead of a provider or a 50-50 partner. They don't. That's one of plenty of clips that support the disillusion or the delusional standpoint. There you go. That's the word. The delusional standpoint of females to be like, nah, he need to take care of me. Fuck that. And then they ask, usually the great question would be asking them, what do you bring to the table? And then that's when they do the little like, you feel me? Like they go through the Missy Elliott shit, like, because they don't have that answer. It's fucking crazy. But that's my popular opinion on that part. 50-50 works if you do it right. And 100-0 might work in certain situations. But 50-50 is way better to build up both. Because it's both man and woman and also family together. It's my unpopular opinion. If you want to argue this opinion, hit me the fuck up, yo. We have this conversation, bro. Like, let's get this fucking work. Like, we can definitely have this conversation. And then I want to basically break down your finances a little bit and then break down your mentals. And I promise you it's going to make sense after. But yeah, that's my unpopular opinion on that one. Unpopular opinion. 50-50 works. But 100-0 might not work in this economy, in this society. Moving on. One last and final one, because I'm going to make it short, because I got things to do, people to see, people to chill with, and I might come back sooner than later. I apologize, because like I said I was going to stay consistent. I should hold myself accountable for that. So Ralph, hold yourself accountable for that. Yo, do better. But yeah, unpopular opinion. And this might be a little popular, but yo, the club is fucking overrated, bro. Dead ass. And I think, and I'm not talking because I'm 37 years old, done with, all types of shit. But there's a lot of dumb shit goes on in the club. Like, for example, out here in Jersey, if you go to a club like Barcode, or you go to them other joints like, Bar A, or, Mr. East, like, yo, you're just going into a crowd of fucking sardines, dog. Fucking Deans, dog. You know how they pack together like the fucking sealed fucking fish, nigga? It's just like straight, bro. That's how you feel, especially in that motherfucker. Like you're not breathing. And then in Barcode, like this one bathroom that 800 niggas is waiting to piss on the fucking toilet, dog. Like, and they don't hit. They hit the outside shit, so it's like nasty as fuck. Like, yo, bro, shit is fucking overrated, dogs. Like, and then the bottle, the Henny bottle, dogs. I remember the Henny bottle when me and my peoples, we would just cop one to be like $30 to $50, and we have a chill ass time at the, at somebody's crib or whatever, playing dominoes or whatever the case is. Let you go to the fucking club or the bar or whatever fuck you want to go to and buy a bottle, nigga. That shit is $150 to $300, just because you want to flex out here. You want the sparklers and the little woman that just like, you feel me, like ding 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 ding, like, bro. There's no point of that. And it's crazy. You know what it reminded me of? It's the last girl I was talking to. The last girl I was talking to celebrated her birthday in the club and shit like that. And I seen all the sparklers, all the females in the little sign, with their little door. They put the little letters in there to say happy birthday, blah, 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 whatever the case is. Like, cool. I respect it. I respect that if that's how you enjoy your time, how you want to be outside, cool. I fucking respect it. That's your thing. But that shit is overrated, bro. Then the plus, on top of that, you listen to the music and you got a headache because that shit is beaming out your fucking system. Now, this is my other opinion within that opinion. If you're not there to be dancing, bro, or chilling, like, stop standing in the fucking dance floor. The dance floor it's not a standing room. It's a fucking dance floor, bro. Like, me going out and chilling with my homegirl and whatever, and her peoples or whatever the case is, and we go, dancing, and sometimes or whatever the case is, too many motherfuckers that just stand there and looking at the woman fucking dancing like fucking creeps. Bro, stop fucking doing that. Stop standing. If you listening to me on some random shit, if you got to this point, please, if you never took anything from me, from all the advice that I spewed in the last 30, 45 minutes, however long this fucking podcast was, stop. If you're not dancing on a dance floor with some ding, 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 you're not doing none of that, even a fucking two-step or a fucking Millie Rock or something like that, get the fuck off the dance floor. Dead ass. That shit is irky. And the reason I say that shit is because, yo, you trying to dance, you doing a little bachata move, you over here spinning, you always hitting somebody. Pink. It's like pinball, yo. You elbowing people, you hitting people with the people's elbows sometimes, trying to make a move, whatever the case is. And you obviously gotta say, you gotta apologize on some head nod shit. Like, But it's like, bro, but when you kind of get out of that area, when you're done, half of the people are just sitting there. Not even, excuse me, let me backtrack. Standing there, just chilling with they drink, just, just like that. And I'm like, bro, and you can enjoy the music from the bar. You can enjoy the music from the tables. When there's a lounge and there's a fucking dance floor, it's a dance floor, my nigga. It's not for you to converse, nigga. You can't converse with somebody in the dance floor when they playing music. You can't hear. It's like when somebody's, you know what I mean? Back then in the day, when people you put on a track, whatever the case is, and niggas freestyle in your ear. You can't hear them. They're like, like you can't hear them. They's fucking stupid. Please sit your ass fucking down. Or if you're gonna enjoy the music in the area where they're not dancing, bro. Let people get their little move off. Let they get their little calories off. You feel me? Why the fuck are you on the dance floor standing there? Unless you just want to scoop somebody. In that case, dance a little bit, do a little on some slick shit, and say what's up, and then get the fuck out and let the dancers dance. You feel me? But a lot of times that's why it's sardines, dog. It's straight sardines. I remember the episode of SpongeBob where I think he opened up his Krabby Patty stand and a bunch of fish was around. That's exactly how the club is. Fucking sardines, dogs. The sardine house. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. You gonna go to a sardine house, bro? I'm good. And I'm not talking because I'm 37 that I'm over here, in my house chilling. Bro, I've been through those scenes before. Have I liked it? Yes and no. Because I was a designated driver. I didn't drink back then. I didn't drink till I was 30 because I seen my pops be a sloppy drunk at times, and I never wanted to be there. I seen the behavior that came from that. I never wanted to be that until I think people introduced. I don't know who I would give credit to. I apologize, whoever did. You know what I mean? My first drink, whatever the case is. I apologize if I don't remember. But it was on some smooth, like on some. Okay, this is a drink. You feel me? Like, okay, this was what I've been missing on. But I started heavy first. I started with the Henny and the E&J. Look at the hoodlum shit. You feel me? And then I didn't want to be, going through the bubble cuts. So I went to softer, fruitier drinks and shit like that to enjoy myself. You feel me? Like, but I started realizing that when we used to go seldomly to the clubs or whatever the case is, bro, motherfucking sardines, nigga was stand same fucking scenarios, nigga was stand there and just enjoy music. And I'm like, bro, go dance, dog. I want to dance. Or a female friend would be like, let's go dance or whatever the case is. We out. You feel me? Like, but fuck, yo, in this day and age, yes, like there's people just standing there taking videos of being live, bro. That's not lit. You're not enjoying yourself. You're just trying to put on a facade that you're in the club. That's stupid. Enjoy it. That's what the club is for. Enjoy it. It's not my thing, but enjoy it, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, I had this whole gripe about, people taking, videos at the thing, and you pretending like you dancing, and then you go back to your seat. Like, that shit is stupid. This is why I say the club thing is dumb. Like, I feel like, I'm not gonna say dumb. Let me backtrack. I don't want to disrespect people that love that shit. You feel me? I respect everybody's thing. If that's your thing, if you outside promoter, if you outside doing your thing, yo, God bless your heart, bro. Yo, I check it. You know what I mean? I suggest you check your ears though every fucking 6 months and shit, because boy, that shit is crazy. But like, and I used to do music, so I understand. And plus, I bump loud music in the fucking car, like. You feel me? So I understand it. But then again, like, yo, you add the sardines, you add the anchovies all over the place. Yo, you have anchovies, sardines, you have tilapias, your fish fillets all over. Just ending there. Shit is stupid. Again, I'm going and keep reiterating it because it bothers me. Because it's like, fuck, let people dance. Feel like there should be a movie called Let People Dance or whatever the case is. But yes, 100, like not 150, like $300 for a bottle for you to get a fucking sparkler that costs like $10 and the bottle's 50 and you paying 300 because you want to spend in the club. Overrated. Loud ass music that you gotta, you enjoy it, and if you're dancing, cool. But if you're just sitting there just enjoying the music, then you have a big ass headache because that shit is ringing your eardrum. Overrated. Like, the cover charge is like $30. Like, what the fuck, yo? These motherfuckers is wildin', bruh. Overcharged crazy to go out to, and nowadays go out to record something that you was chilling. You're paying for $400 to do that. That shit is dumb. Overrated. Fight me if you don't like that shit. Like, you feel me? If you don't like what I'm saying, yo, fight me for it. You feel me? Like, and the reason I'm saying that is because it's like, bro, if you defending that, you're crazy. But that's my unpopular opinion. That the club is overrated. And I feel like you get older, you enjoy more chill shit, more loud shit. And that's part of life. You start to be like, I don't want to wild out no more. I want to chill. But yeah, club is overrated. That is my unpopular opinion. And I'm going to stop it here because I do have a whole nother section. But I want to stop it here because I want to give you some time back into your day. This is what I want you to do for me if you made it this far. Please enjoy your holidays safely. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Any holiday that's under this umbrella of December 20th all the way to January 7th, where it's Happy Three Kings Day, everything like that. Please have happy all that. Please be safe. Be careful out here. Most of all, once you are secured and safe, enjoy the fuck out of it. Again, I want to do this next week. Hopefully everything will be aligned that I can do this next week, but I will try to be as consistent as I can. I can't say consistent for shit sometimes. Consistent as I can. And we're going to bring you this work. All this type of work, dogs. Just so you can learn, so you could get your mentals practicing, your mentals exercising, you feel me? And in that note, Unpopular Opinions Part 1 ends now. Infinite Sauce Talk. Happy holidays. Love you all.